Have you ever been in a really serious conversation? Maybe someone is telling you something heavy, and you just laugh? It's not funny. You don't mean to be rude, but this awkward little chuckle just escapes. Or maybe you've been on the other side, watching someone laugh at a completely inappropriate time, and you just thought, what is wrong with them? Well, it turns out there's nothing wrong with them. In fact, that strange, out-of-place laugh tells a much deeper story about what's happening inside their brain and body. This isn't about being insensitive or immature. This is about survival. Today, we're diving into the fascinating psychology of why people laugh during serious moments. And what you'll discover might just change the way you see yourself and others forever. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might feel more understood than you ever have before. So, what's the number one reason this happens? It's a nervous system response. For most of us, laughter is tied to joy and humor. But for many people, laughter is actually a tool the body uses to manage overwhelming emotions. Think of it like a pressure cooker. When feelings like stress, sadness, or anxiety build up inside, your brain desperately looks for a release valve to let off some steam before things explode. And what's one of the quickest, most powerful ways to do that? Laughter. It triggers the release of endorphins, our body's natural feel-good chemicals, and it physically forces our muscles to contract and then relax. Psychologists call this a stress response. Your body is essentially trying to self-soothe in real time. So, when faced with an emotional overload, instead of crying, freezing up, or having a full-blown panic attack, the nervous system hijacks the laughter response. It's not a sign of disrespect. It's your body's automatic, primal way of saying, "This is too much for me to handle right now." It's a biological defense mechanism, not a conscious choice. Another powerful reason behind nervous laughter goes all the way back to childhood. Imagine growing up in a home where showing your true feelings was seen as a weakness. Maybe crying got you sent to your room, showing fear was met with ridicule, or expressing any serious emotion was just completely ignored by the adults around you. In environments like that, a child's brain learns a critical survival lesson very quickly. Emotions are not safe. So, it develops a clever workaround. It learns to mask discomfort with a more acceptable, less vulnerable expression, humor, or a quick laugh. Over time, this becomes an ingrained habit. Laughter turns into a kind of emotional armor. It's a shield you automatically put up whenever you feel exposed or overwhelmed. That nervous laugh isn't a sign that someone doesn't care. Often, it's a sign that they care so much it hurts, and they were never taught a safe way to show it. It's a habit born from a deep-seated need to appear okay, even when the world feels like it's falling apart. That quiet, awkward laugh is often hiding a lifetime of suppressed sensitivity. Now, this next point might really surprise you. Many people who are prone to nervous laughter are actually highly emotionally intelligent. You'd think it would be the opposite, right? That they're just not getting the social cues. But in reality, they often feel things incredibly deeply. They are masters at reading the room, picking up on subtle shifts in tone, and sensing the emotional undercurrents of a situation. The problem isn't a lack of awareness. It's a lack of a proper outlet. They absorb all of this emotional information, but they don't have a system for processing and releasing it in a healthy way. So, when all those feelings, empathy for the other person, their own anxiety, the tension in the air, stack up too quickly, their emotional circuit board gets overloaded. And what happens when a system glitches? It does something unexpected. In this case, it triggers laughter. It's not a sign of immaturity or emotional shallowness. It's a symptom of emotional overflow. They're feeling everything, all at once, and their body just defaults to the only release valve it knows. Let's talk about vulnerability. Truly serious moments require a level of presence that can be incredibly intimidating. They demand direct eye contact, raw honesty, and a willingness to just sit in the discomfort of a moment without trying to fix it or run away from it. For someone who fears being seen too deeply, that level of intimacy is terrifying. Laughter becomes a powerful tool to create distance. It shatters the intensity, breaks the tension, and instantly puts up a subtle wall between them and the overwhelming emotion of the moment. Psychologists would call this a classic defense mechanism. It's a subconscious strategy to protect the self. On an unconscious level, their mind is saying, if I can make this a little less serious, if I can just laugh, then I don't have to fully feel the weight of this. It's not a malicious act. It's a desperate attempt to stay in control when they feel completely out of their depth emotionally. The laughter is a shield against the perceived danger of being truly vulnerable. Finally, for some people, this response is rooted in trauma and past experiences. Their brain has literally been conditioned to associate seriousness with danger. Think about it. If, in your past, every "we need to talk" conversation led to a massive argument, if every serious moment with a parent led to punishment, or if every expression of deep emotion was followed by rejection or loss, your brain would learn a very simple, powerful equation: serious equals unsafe. When that conditioning is in place, your brain's primary job becomes threat detection. As soon as it senses a situation becoming too serious or intense, the alarm bells go off. And the laughter is a reflex, an automatic, pre-programmed response designed to de-escalate the perceived threat. It's an attempt to soften the blow, to make the situation less dangerous. This isn't a conscious, planned action. It's a deeply ingrained reflex, just like pulling your hand away from a hot stove. Their body is reacting to a past danger, not the present moment. So, let's bring this all together. What's the real takeaway here? The person who laughs at a funeral, or chuckles while hearing bad news, or giggles during a tense confrontation isn't a monster. They're not careless, cold, or broken. More often than not, they are deeply overwhelmed, incredibly sensitive, and emotionally complex individuals whose nervous systems have simply learned a different language to cope with stress. If you are someone who does this, I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are not weird or wrong. Your body developed a clever, albeit confusing, strategy to protect you. And if you're someone who witnesses this in others, try to respond with patience and curiosity, not judgment. That awkward, out-of-place laugh might just be a crack in the armor, revealing the profound depth of feeling hidden underneath. The quietest laughs often hide the loudest pain. If anything in this video made you feel seen or understood, know that you are far from alone in this experience. It's a conversation we need to have more often. If you're interested in more psychology that explains the unspoken parts of our lives, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. We're all just trying to figure ourselves out, one awkward laugh at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.